I'm Matt McClure with agentandadvisor.com, and I'm speaking with Sylvia Gordon, president of Gordon Marketing. Sylvia, thanks so much for being here and taking a few minutes for me. Appreciate it.
Happy to be here.
Well, today we are talking about creating kitchen table relationships in the digital age. Everybody is online these days, regardless of age, it feels like. When my mom got an iPhone a few years ago, I thought it was a sign of the apocalypse. So, like, no matter their age, but especially the younger generations, obviously really leaning into digital. So, how do you then create that personal connection with someone when you aren't meeting with them face to face as much as maybe you were in the past?
You really need to lean in and show who you are. You're not just a guy in a suit, another one of their advisors, their CPA, their accountant, their mortgage broker, their estate planning attorney. You're just another guy on a Zoom, right? And you kind of all look alike, especially if you're all guys, half baldy and 20 pounds overweight, with glasses. It's hard to remember who exactly you are. So you really want to show them who you are and take some time away from your presentation to let them know who they're working with. They have a choice of thousands of agents to work with, right? So why do they want to work with you? Why do they want to stay with you? Because there's going to be a lot of people vying for their business over the years. So before I ever talk about Medicare and the Humana Gold plan that they asked me to come out and present, I talk about me because I'm interviewing for the job. And a lot of people are like, what? Yeah, I want to talk about me. I'm married. I have 4 kids. I have 3 peacocks. One's a male. I'm trying to have some babies. I've had peacocks for years. I have 1 chicken. I used to have a lot of chickens. I'm basically a poultry farmer, but the fox ate all my chickens last year. I have a goat, a mom goat, and 2 twins. I had to get rid of the male. He was too violent. They have horns. So when I'm not playing with my kids or all my animals, I'm also really active. I wakeboard, wake ski, snow ski, do yoga, do all kinds of fun stuff like that. I'm really high energy, which you'll probably learn if you talk to me more than a minute. And a lot of agents are very uncomfortable giving that short quip about themselves. They don't feel comfortable. They don't feel like it's professional, especially young agents who feel like, college taught us to just be extremely on script professional. People want to relate to you as a person. They want to like you. They want to like you as a person. And they really love it if they think of you as a mom. They always say, you remind me of my niece or my granddaughter, or you remind me of, because they're thinking of me as a human instead of the dreaded insurance agent just trying to make money off of them. And when they have that feeling, when your client kind of is clenched up and like that, and when they're kind of like, oh, I grew up on a chicken farm. You really have peacocks? I used to have peacocks. Or I also have 4 kids or whatever. My husband was in the military. I mean, I talk longer than what I just did now, but I do a nice little biographical skit about my life. Stay clear of your values. Don't go into your religion and your politics and any of the hot button items that could get you in trouble. But, tell them who you are. Now, I get young agents all the time that go, but I'm not married. And I don't have any kids. And all I do is work. I'm just, grinding it out. There's not a lot to me right now. Yeah, just tell them what you do. Do you love to read the newspaper? Do you read 3 newspapers a day? Do you love to do the crosswords? And we might say that's kind of boring, but people will identify with you. And they'll be like, I love the crosswords. You just want to break the ice. And you can do that digitally. Just because we're in a more efficient modality with the computer, the Zoom, the FaceTime, you can take the time and back it up. You can show a picture. Here's the tennis award I won this weekend. You can show a picture of your kids, or here I was in Afghanistan. You can do that. You have the license to go in there and say, before we start talking about whatever product we're here to talk about, let me just interview for the job because I'd really like to be your insurance agent for the rest of your life. If you like me, you feel comfortable with my skills, I would like to work with you for the rest of your life, beyond whichever products that you buy today. That's a really big ask. And that's a smart thing for young agents to master. Because if you go in and you just do your job, boom, 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 because they asked you for this company plan G, and then that company's plan G, it's priced out of the market, they associate you with that company. And they don't even call you to ask you if there's something more competitive. They just move. They just go to somebody else. You want them to remember you. So most people aren't going to the time to be vulnerable to kind of say, hey, I'm really into gardening, or I love to knit and I make everybody little booties when they have a baby. They're not taking that time. And so nobody remembers them. Nothing stands out. But if you say, I love the guitar and I play the guitar and here's my guitar, you can bring your guitar on your Zoom. You can do that. There's no reason why we can't have a little fun just because we're not belly to belly across the kitchen table anymore. You can do it. You should do it.
There you go. And that it presents a challenge, a new challenge, but every time there is any new technology or any upheaval in society like we've experienced over the past couple of years, there's a new challenge, a new hurdle to adjust to. And you have to make that adjustment. And there are ways to do that. And I thank you, Sylvia, for sharing with us today exactly how to go about doing that. Really appreciate your time.
Good luck.